An average person throws away 4 to 5 pounds of garbage every day. These 5 pounds of garbage usually include paper, plastic, styrofoam containers, food packaging, glass, garden waste, kitchen waste, tires, ink cartridges, paint, pesticides, batteries, appliances, clothes, diapers, drinking containers, and so on. If we multiply 5 pounds for 350,000 people, that's the number of residents in the Bahamas, we obtained the astonishing number of 800 tons per day. This does not include the waste produced by businesses, hotels, cruise ships, and shops. So what do we do with all this garbage? Where does your garbage really end up? We will take you on a short journey to see what happens to your plastic cup or your can of soda after you dispose of it. So let's start. Let's talk trash. Let's make it simple. Let's say that on a Sunday afternoon, you decide to go to the beach with your family and take lunch with you. A 6-pack of soda, a few plastic cups, some food in a styrofoam container, and some bags of chips. Everything packed in a few plastic bags. After you enjoyed the beautiful Bahamian beach and water, you end up with the same plastic bags, which are now full of trash. Now, let's see what can happen to them. We have 2 options. Option 1. You decide to leave those bags of trash, or you just forget about them, leaving them at the beach. You might even bring them from the beach and leave them on the side of the street. Either way, both are ways your trash can end up in the ocean. Marine litter, especially plastic, is in fact a vicious killer of seabirds and many other life forms in the coastal environment. It injures and causes physical pain and suffering to a wide range of animals. It is estimated that 1 million seabirds die each year from swallowing or becoming entangled in plastic. Slowly carried by the winds, trash left on the beach or thrown out by the streets makes its way towards the ocean. Marine litter items travel widely over long distances with ocean currents and winds. It travels around sea areas and between oceans, and once it reaches the ocean, this will be its home for a long time, up to 500 years, with disastrous consequences on the marine environment. So come, let's go underwater and see. Let's talk trash underwater. This is how all our reefs should look. Underwater cities, home for hundreds of colorful fish, like snappers, groupers and reef sharks, sea stars, turtles, conch, shellfish, and a myriad of other animals. Unfortunately, our reefs don't always look like this. Instead, our reefs are littered with garbage. Styrofoam, glass, rubber, aluminum cans, wooden items, fishing ropes, nets, traps, balloons can be found in our oceans. But the most common and the most harmful are plastic and styrofoam. 90% of floating marine litter has been estimated to be plastic or polystyrene items. So why is there so much plastic and styrofoam in the ocean? These light objects are easily blown around by the winds and further transported on the water surface. They can float on the water for many years and eventually sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. Here is the second option for those plastic bags of trash. Option 2. You throw the bags in a trash can. This is certainly the best option for keeping litter off of our streets and out of our oceans. Let's see what happens to our trash after it is properly thrown away in a garbage can. A waste truck will come and collect the trash and will take it to the local landfill or dump. In Nassau, garbage is dumped next to an old landfill site. The garbage is sometimes covered to help reduce the natural emissions that come from the breakdown of trash like kitchen and garden waste. One of these emissions is methane. Methane is a gas that can be irritating to the eyes and lungs. Some of the gas released by the breakdown of garbage is carried by the wind into neighboring communities, while some gets trapped within the dump and can result in spontaneous explosions and fires. So what's the solution? What can we do about all this trash? We certainly need to manage our dump sites properly with a gas collection system which will limit fires. Even better, the trash could be used to create energy. Other island communities have already started to integrate waste-to-energy solutions in their waste management plans. Waste does not have to be a problem, it can be a resource. Secondly, we need to stop littering, but instead dispose of our garbage properly. Clean, green, and pristine. Remember, littering can take on different forms, from leaving trash on the beach, to throwing trash out of your car window, to letting balloons go. Yes, balloons. They end up in our waters. Floating balloons look like tasty food when in the water, and cause death to animals if ingested. And most importantly, we must reduce the amount of waste we generate every day and reuse or recycle where we can. So here's how you can do it. Reducing the amount of things we consume, reusing what we already have, and of course recycling will help tremendously. Reduce. Use less plastic and styrofoam. Consider using biodegradable containers instead of the styrofoam or plastic ones. These products are made of plant material that quickly and safely breaks down and can now be found locally through Sea Green Bahamas and Out Islands Eco Company. Yes, they are a bit more expensive, but the protection of our environment and our health are worth it. Buy locally. Buying food and other goods grown locally keeps excess packaging out of the landfill. Reuse. Bring your own bags to the store. Carry reusable cloth bags with you to shop, and if you forget them, ask for a box. When buying 1 or 2 items, consider carrying them out in your hands or a backpack. Say no to single-use plastic water bottles. Recycle. Bottles, aluminum cans, cardboard, ink cartridges, and yard waste can all be recycled. Get involved with local recycling programs. Take initiative and boost recycling in your community. The Cans for Kids program and companies like Waste Not, Bahamas Waste, the Cape Eleuthera Institute Island School, and Custom Computers offer ways to participate in recycling. Recycling avenues are at our fingertips, though it is still not being utilized. Can you imagine keeping all the cardboard and cans out of the landfill? There are also school programs through Brief and the Bahamas National Trust where you can find out more about what local schools are doing to protect our environment.
Eco schools are also reusing materials on campus like plastic and paper. For example, they're reusing shredded paper as part of the compost for their vegetable gardens, and you also have schools reusing plastic bottles and cans for art projects on campus.
Remember, reduce, reuse, recycle, and get involved, and enjoy our beautiful islands.